This is Chinese soft power. This is American soft power. And this is South Korean soft power.
Mr. Secretary General, UNICEF Executive Director, and all the excellencies and distinguished guests from across the world. My name is Kim Namjoon, also known as RM, the leader of the group BTS. It is an incredible honor to be invited to an occasion with such significance for today's young generation. Last November, BTS launched the Love Myself campaign with UNICEF, building on our belief that true love first begins with loving myself. We've been partnering with UNICEF's End Violence program to protect children and young people all over the world from violence.
But how are all these examples of soft power? What is soft power? To understand soft power, you first must understand hard power. Hard power is the kind of power that we often think about when we talk about world politics. Hard power relies on force, threats, or payments to get others to act a certain way. This includes military, economic sanctions, coercive diplomacy, or pooling hard power and forming military alliances. For example, when the US invaded Iraq in 2003, that was hard power in action. Or when nations punished Russia with sanctions for their actions in Ukraine, that is hard power by using economic tools to influence action. Soft power, on the other hand, is almost a complete opposite. Instead of relying on threats or payments, soft power works through attraction and persuasion. Joseph Nye, the political scientist who coined the term, said that soft power is about making others want what you want because they admire your culture, your values, or your policies. Soft power works by attracting people to your culture and values, which changes how they see you and makes them more likely to support or follow you. Not because they have to, but because they want to. Soft power can be broken down into several different parts. Culture/creating attraction, which leads to shaping perceptions, building influence, and indirect power. For example, Japan, pre-World War II, was one of the most violent and vicious empires on the earth, with their empire spanning most of Asia. Now, we know post-World War II Japan as one of the most friendliest countries with some of the best seafood, noodle dishes, and some of the best animation. Soft power softened their historical pre-World War II image. I mean, Japan gets a boost from tourism, which strengthens the economy because fans of anime or Japanese culture want to experience Japanese culture firsthand. Japan is an excellent example of how soft power completely reshaped the way the world views it. Perception is why most people think about the US as the land of the free, or why people think Japan lives in the future. Your culture creates attraction, which shapes your nation's perception. Building influence is also very important. Once people admire or respect a country, they're more open to its ideas, policies, or leadership. For example, when BTS spoke at the United Nations, their global popularity made young audiences more perceptive to their messages about self-confidence and climate change. And, by extension, it made Korea appear as a leader in global youth culture. K-pop and K-dramas attract global fans to Korean music, TV, and style. The other aspect of soft power is indirect power. China's Belt and Road Initiative is an infrastructure project that builds diplomatic connections and roads in countries throughout Asia and Africa by creating a shared sense of economic benefit. US aid would also be an example of indirect power. So, this video at the start of the video is an example of soft power. Just as the US government giving thousands of dollars worth of aid is soft power, just as BTS and K-dramas are soft power. To sum it all up, soft power works with these guiding principles. Attraction leads to perception, which leads to influence.